Literally one of the hardest things of doing this is not ever knowing if my dad would have been proud of me or not.
Welcome to episode 1 of the Creator Podcast, where I will interview some of the best content creators from around the globe, and today's guest is no exception. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy recently, and I can confirm, ladies and gents, he is a lot taller than he looks on camera. Please put your hands together and welcome our guest today, Damo240. Welcome in, Damo. How are you, sir?
Hello, guys.
Welcome
in,
sir.
How are we all doing?
I hope you're well, sir. You're looking lovely there with your blue Yeti, your New York jumper, and your hat on. It looks lovely.
It's just a t-shirt. Don't worry, it's too warm for jumpers.
Oh, it's too warm for jumpers. Sorry, Scotland, it's a jumper. I apologise.
Yeah, just because you get snow.
We do, and it's rained. It's summer, and we've had rain constantly. It's been absolutely beautiful. We had a Tuesday afternoon that was summer, apparently. That was it. It was all done.
Nice. Love one-day summers.
It was. They're great. So we'll start things off by anyone that hasn't seen your channel or you before. Can we just go through a little bit about who Damo240 is and what content you make for your channel?
Hi, guys. I'm Damo240. I am a streamer by trade. I sometimes make videos, not very often, mostly gaming. I sometimes do vlogs as well. I haven't got many of them. I need to figure out some more things to vlog and do some IRL stuff. But mostly streaming games, playing games.
So let's take things right back to the start. What made you want to be a content creator and put yourself out there for the whole world to see?
It was an accident. It generally was an accident. So when the PS5 came out, obviously I had a PS4 and then got a PS5 and realized you could link YouTube to it. And so I linked my YouTube to it, and like obviously I was just uploading like little clips here and there, and then I was like, I just randomly thought one day, I was like, oh, you can go live as well. I can live stream playing. And so I grabbed my cousin and I was just like, do you wanna stream some Rocket League? Just to see what it's like, see what happens. And that is generally how my channel started off.
So what do you want to get for your channel in the long run? Is this going to be a full-time career for you, or does it just continue to be a bit of fun? What are you thinking about getting out of YouTube?
Well, I mean, when I first started it, it's always just been for fun. Even now, like, I still just want to do it for fun. I generally just want to have fun, play games. I'd be playing games anyway, but it gives other people a chance to see how rubbish I am at gaming and how much better they are, and it makes them feel better. So that's my aim.
So like most of us, you do have a day job. So how do you manage to balance work, family, content creation? How do you make it all work?
Well, so obviously I gave up full-time work to take this on, to stream as much as I streamed. It wasn't an easy decision, but it wasn't only for YouTube. There was other factors behind me not doing full-time work anymore. This came along hot. Like, I think it's about a few months after I'd started streaming, or not even streaming, but if you look back at when my channel first started, like when I started uploading, it was very random, very sporadic. It was like I'd live stream once or twice a month, and then it kind of slowly picked up a little bit, and then I took some time off work for personal reasons, and the streaming picked up, and I was able to stream every day, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's working less hours isn't a massive impact on my life. If it was, I probably wouldn't be able to do it, and I probably would still have to do full time and then do YouTube part time, even more part time, maybe once or twice a week. So it come at a good time in my life, just to take my mind off other things, and it was good.
So what about with Claire and stuff like that? How does she manage the time? Because obviously, you know, I'm the same. I've got a family, a full-time job. It's a difficult thing to try and put your passion into something you want to achieve, but also still without neglecting your other cares and family.
I'm so goddamn lucky. She has been absolutely amazing. Like she's fully supported me. She gets annoyed like anyone would, because of how much time I end up having to put into YouTube. And
Yeah.
obviously sometimes I don't want to go out and like do relationshipy things, because like something's going on and I want to do YouTube and I want to stream it like an event or something.
Yeah.
So she does get annoyed, but overall she is the most supportive person that I generally could. I wouldn't have been able to do this without her.
Good.
Really quickly, just a big shout out to my cousin as well. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't still be doing this. I could put money on it, because having someone there, I've said this to many people when they've asked me like advice on like what they want to start up streaming. Having someone to sit there with you and like play games and be part of the stream when you're first starting out makes a massive difference. Like now it's not as bad because I get viewers coming in, I get people in the chat, but when you first start, you don't get that. And if it wasn't for him, I literally probably would have quit as well. So
Good. Shout out to your cousin then.
definitely. Rager Rob.
Rager Rob. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's literally he's in...
Rager Rob, we thank you for your commitment to keeping Damo240 on the air, mate. You don't know how much you've done, but apparently Rager you do. So how long have you been content creating for now then?
It's just past 3 years now, actually, properly. So my first video was, I think it was in like end of March 2021, that I uploaded a video. My first videos were so bad, like literally had no talking. It was just gameplay and like the game sounds. There was no talking or anything. Like I'm still really rubbish at making videos where I have to talk over. But then the streaming hat started like once or twice a month. But properly full-time streaming has been since, it's just coming up to 3 years.
Nice. So is this your first YouTube channel, or have you done this sort of thing before, or?
This is my first YouTube channel. But funnily enough, my channel is older than 90% of my viewers. It was made in 2007, the channel. But like, that's just my account. Like I get people coming in asking me like, your account's older than me. Why is your channel older than me? And you've only got this many subs. And I'm like, because I've only just started. Like the channel, I needed the account.
What platforms do you use? Do you just stream solely on YouTube, or do you use other platforms as well?
So streaming is mostly YouTube. I'd say 99% YouTube is for streaming, and then every now and again I'll venture onto Twitch.
Right. So I kind of guessed the answer to this question already, but which one do you prefer?
I prefer streaming on YouTube because it opens a lot more. It's more. I don't know what the word to use is, but it's more like there's more options for people. Like for me to get viewers, there's way more options on YouTube than there is Twitch. That's from my personal experience. Obviously, other people may think differently, but for just the sheer potential audience, YouTube is way better.
So going on a different tangent here, you always live stream with your camera on, okay? Which some people can find quite daunting. So I guess my question to you would be, would you describe yourself as an introvert or more of an extrovert when it comes to presenting?
I'm kind of in the middle. I'm still quite introverted, but it's kind of the being behind a camera takes away the insecurities. If I was to stand up and do like, so say I have 20 people in watching me play, if I was to stand in front of those 20 people and try to talk, I'd freeze and I wouldn't really be able to talk, and I'd be like, I wouldn't know what to say. I'd start panicking. But because I'm in my living room, I'm on the camera, I'm playing my game, it makes it so much easier. So I'd say I'm kind of in the middle.
And can you remember going back to the very first time? You've kind of touched on this already because it was back in your old setup. So can you remember the first time you went live? Were you nervous?
No, that was, yeah. So that was the first video I uploaded was no talking. The first stream was a weird one. So it was a Rocket League stream, and I wasn't nervous. I literally I wasn't entirely sure what the hell I was doing. So it was a pure testing stream. But then we found out that Rob's voice couldn't be heard because he hadn't. There's like a thing you have to check for your voice to be heard if you're live streaming. So it sounded like I was just talking to myself. It was really, really weird watching it back and like just hearing me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So that kind of made me, when I was checking it back afterwards, it was kind of like, crap, what have I done wrong? What's going on? Obviously, but because there's no viewers, you don't know that. You don't, like, there was no one really in my first stream. So you kind of don't know if there's any problems or anything going wrong.
Whereas now the chat tells you straight away.
The chat tells me straight away. Then they're not shy about it either.
But that's good in a way because, you know, we, even like myself, we'll set stuff up. We think it's great. Even before coming on this podcast, folks, you set things up, you think it's great, and then until you go live, someone says, we can't hear you, you've muted your mic, we can't see, you know, there's something wrong. And you could be talking for a good 10, 15 minutes before someone tells you. So if they at least tell you and pick it out, then you can fix it straight away. So it's good that your chat does that for you.
That was me in my last stream. Like literally, OBS decided to change my mic to a random mic that doesn't exist. And I'm sitting there chatting away, talking to people, and they're all like, dude, you're muted. And I'm like, crap. Just like, no,
We've all been
why?
there. We've all been
And this
there.
was like 5 minutes into the stream.
They missed such great content as well, didn't they? They missed everything you were saying was just on point. It was.
I'm just like, it was the best start to a stream, like from my perspective, thinking people could hear me, and then they're all like, "Dude, what are you chatting about?" I'm like,
it's when you need subtitles, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So, do you still get nervous when you go live, when you're ready in OBS and you're going to press that button to go live? Do you ever get like the butterflies or anything at all?
Nah, I don't get nervous anymore. I get the, do I want to do this? But that's more because of the game I'm playing. Like, obviously, when you're playing a game and you've played a game for so long and that game has gone downhill, you all know this. You play the same game.
I have no idea what game you're talking about. I'm just looking forward to the update in 2 days' time, put it that way.
And I'm just like, do I want to stream this? Do I want to go live doing this? I would happily, like, if I was just going live just to talk, there'll be no nerves whatsoever. But going live, playing a game that's annoying the hell out of you is very much like, it doesn't give you nerves. It gives you, makes you second guess whether it's worth it or not. And you're like, then it turns out to be an amazing stream and you love it and you're glad you went live.
So we'll change things up a little bit. Let's talk about your setup. So we've already went back and we've sort of spoke about you started on a PS4. So anyone that knows you and has seen pictures of your setup, it is a relatively very impressive setup. I mean, I've looked at the pictures and stuff like that. Some of them with your feet in it for some strange reason, and I don't know why.
Guys, just so you're aware, there is a video on my channel.
There is. If you want to go check it out, we'll link it in the description so you can go check out his setup as well. It is very impressive, but as you've mentioned already, you didn't start with that, did you? You started off with just a PS4 or a PS5, and you just hit live, didn't you?
So I started off, I already had a PC. It wasn't a great one. It was just literally, I was using it for not work. I was doing an IT course at the time. So I was using it for that. And I used it for random day-to-day things that I needed to do. And then obviously I started on the PS5. So I was using the PC as my studio. So I could like obviously keep up with chat and everything a lot easier than it should have, like the PS5 isn't great for its chat. I've got to admit that, but the fact that it's so easy to go live and it's so cheap. Like you don't need a ridiculous PC. You don't need a ridiculous amount of money for a setup. You just need a bit of self-confidence, a console that costs less than £500, and just like maybe a decent mic, and then you're sorted.
The audio quality is a really over or under thought of thing when it comes to streaming. Cameras you can kind of get away with. People don't really need to see you. It's nice though because you can connect to people in a different level there, I think. I was the same, started
100%.
off on a gaming laptop. We all started somewhere with a second monitor where I played the computer game on. Computer game sound really old. When I played the game on, my OBS was on the laptop. So it just goes to show what you can really do from really basic setup. So if anyone's watching this and they want or they're thinking about going live, bit of advice I can give you is just do it. Just do it. The first stream is your worst, and it can only get better. If you increase it by 1% every single stream, a couple of years down the line, you could be on this the Creator Podcast getting interviewed.
And I do, like this setup it's definitely an expensive setup, but I'm still improving it now. Like I'm waiting for something to be delivered now that like for the setup just to tweak it a little bit more. So it's like it's not like it just comes out of nowhere and it's just like you click your fingers and bang, you've got this magic setup. It literally it's taken me 3 years to get this, and I'd say I'm proud because it's shown me. It's like so if you're streaming and if you're streaming and you feel like sometimes like I've felt it a lot lately. I'm sure you have with how you don't get as much as you were a few months ago, and you feel like you're getting nowhere. I can literally just look at my setup. I can look at the people that consistently turn up to my streams, and it makes you realize that you have achieved something.
Yeah.
And you've done something. Like, yes, you're having a bad day or a bad month with YouTube right now, but look at how much you've achieved in the 3 years that I've been doing it.
It's good to reflect back on it because you can get caught up in the numbers, chasing that number, because that's what YouTube's about. It's looking for subscriber counts, it's looking for view counts. You can get really stuck in the analytics, but then you lose sight of the people that have joined you along the way and the community you've built. And you've got to kind of sort of sit back, reflect on it, and just say, well, yeah, the number's going to come. Let's just focus on the community that we've got here that are there wanting to interact with you and wanting to play with you every week.
100%. And that's what you got to do. Just viewers will come, subscribers will come. There'll be random days where you get no new viewers, no new subs. There'll be days where you get 50 new subs. But it's the guys that consistently turn up every stream. They're the ones that are the most important, especially for live streams. For videos and stuff, like it's not as important. I don't think it's important, obviously, to interact when like someone comments or something on a video, but nothing beats a live interaction, I don't think.
No, plus it makes your life a lot easier being a live streamer because you've got that interaction. It makes the time quick. It just makes everything flow more easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've had live streams where like it's very, very interactive to start with, slowly dies down, then randomly just pops back up again. But then you get those lull moments where you're like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. Like I'm just playing my game, I'm just talking with the people in chat, well, with the people that I'm in the game playing with. And I think the lull moments, they will always come in. They will always come in streams where no one's talking, your chat looks dead, and then just randomly out of nowhere, a couple of people will wake up because they've been asleep all day, and then you just bang. That's it. Your chat rate goes up again. Your chat, you're interacting, and it's just way more fun again.
Now,
I think that helps.
Let's talk about you again. So, have you got any sort
of?
Not
me.
Yeah, you. Unfortunately, it's your favourite subject as well, and you don't like talking about it. Do you have any sort of background in IT, graphic design, or anything that helps you create your content? Or, I mean, do you make all your artwork and logos yourself, or do you outsource them, or what do you do?
I wish I was better at like graphic design, IT in general. Like obviously I've been in your streams. Your streams are so interactive. sometimes for me, like personally, there's too much chatbot going on in chat, and I'm like, what? I'm trying to read messages, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And but I do wish I had a little bit more. But sometimes I find sometimes the simpler is for me personally, simpler is better. I have a couple of things obviously that people can mess around with in terms of like graphics and stuff. Most of them I make myself. You can tell which ones I made myself and which ones someone has offered to make me. I think you can definitely tell.
So who made the Damo240 logo then?
So the Damo240 logo was actually made by two people. Originally, it was drawn by Claire, which is obviously my girlfriend.
Fiance.
Sorry, fiance. Yeah, she's gonna kill me. Oh, crap. Hopefully, she doesn't watch it. She will. She will. So she originally drew it and colored it in, and like we took a picture of it. So I think on some platforms you can see it's hand drawn and you can see the colors on it and everything. And then on some, we got my cousin's wife, who's a graphic designer, to take it from paper into on the PC. And that's what I use for like my merch. So obviously the hat here, that is
hashtag
originally
merch.
Yep, hashtag merch indeed. There's a hoodie available too, guys. Come on, check it out. And so like that, they're the two people that did my thing. But originally it was by Claire.
So you've got no background in it yourself, so you've admitted that yourself. So what about your parents?
I wish I did.
What about your parents? Have they had any influence in your creative process at all?
I wish. I generally wish. Unfortunately, my dad has never got to see my channel, which is a shame because I genuinely think he would have loved it. My mum, she watches all the time. She literally, well, not all the time. Sometimes she'll have it on in the background, and then just randomly, if I say something, I'll just get a comment in there from my mum. And then I'm like, oh, God's sake, Mum, what are you doing in here? Which makes it funny when people come in trying to be like, you know, the typical child and make a your mum joke. And I'm like, my mum's probably watching. She's probably read that message. And that's quite funny because they kind of go, oh, sorry. But no, unfortunately, they don't really have any input and can't really offer me any input.
So what do they think about you being a big YouTube sensation then? Are they really supportive about it? Are they proud of you? What?
I'll never find out from me old man, unfortunately. That's one of the downsides. It's like literally one of the hardest things of doing this is not ever knowing if my dad would have been proud of me or not. My mum, she loves it. She thinks it's like I've finally achieved, like not achieved something, but I finally stuck to something. Well, I hope so. That's the impact I take from obviously the way she is about it. Like I've never stuck to something so long. Like in general, like an idea that I've had, and I'm still doing it 3 years later. So she's quite happy with me.
Good. And if she's hanging about in chat, she must be thinking you're doing something right, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Or she just like, she misses me because obviously I live so far away. Yeah, she just enjoys my awesome voice, just like you guys do.
That's what it is. That's what we tune in for every single week, mate. Every single week.
This is true. The handsome and debonair Damo240.
Yeah, self-proclaimed as well. So while we're on
that's what I'll say.
While we're on the subject of family, you mentioned to me when we met that your fiance Claire is also a content creator. So she doesn't do streaming or anything like that. But what does she do?
Well, she wouldn't class herself as a content creator. She just has fun drawing, doing art. That's what she does when I'm streaming, like most of the time. If she's not sleeping or watching TV, she'll be drawing.
You're painting a really bad picture of her here, and she's going to watch this.
That's okay. She sleeps and she watches TV. Like, what else?
Does
what
she
else
not
can
work?
You do while I'm streaming? Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, she works. Obviously.
I've just got this picture of a slob that just kicks about all day drawing.
No. She obviously works, but it's like, but she comes home like when I'm about an hour into my stream.
Makes lots of noise.
So she has before, and I'm like, shh, be quiet. You're making too much noise. But the guys love her. Like they enjoy the interactions with her.
Because she hangs about in your chat as well, doesn't she? She used to moderate for your chat as well, didn't she?
She still does. She'll have the chat. She'll have the stream on in the background, like on her phone, and she'll moderate my chat for me if there's anything I miss, and she'll sit there and like draw, watch TV, or just do her own thing while I'm streaming.
And is it true she's got an Instagram account as well with all these drawings and stuff on there as well?
She does indeed.
Right, so what we'll do, folks, is if you want to check out Claire's artwork, that's apparently not content creation, but she is making something from nothing, we will put the link in the description below. So once you watch this video, if you want to check out Claire's Instagram, we'll put it in the link below.
She's also got a TikTok.
She's got a TikTok as well.
She's got a TikTok where she's now, for the first, like the other day, for the first time. This I'd say is more content creation because she recorded herself drawing and then finishing drawing in the process of making a picture. And then we made a video out of it and posted it on TikTok the other day. It's quite cool. It's got more likes on that one video than I have on my entire channel.
So with you both being, I would put it, creatively minded, if or when you do decide to have a family of your own, would you let your children be streamers or content creators?
If we do, this is a very, very small if. I'm getting old now, guys. I'm very old. I don't know if I can handle kids. I don't know. I don't know what, because like if we were to have a family now, by the time they'll be old enough to do content creation, I don't know what the world's going to be like, whether or not it'll be a good idea, whether or not they will be able to handle it, because it is very, very stressful.
So you say it's a big if. However, a little birdie tells me that you and Claire recently became cat parents. So how are the little furballs settling in at Castle Damo?
Well, they were crawling all over me desk before. I say crawling; they were walking all over me desk as we first started the podcast. But now they've run away. But yeah, they're doing okay. They're loving it. They're super cute. They come on you see them on my stream all the time.
They haven't destroyed any equipment or cables yet, have they?
Yes, they ruined my mouse. They bit.
Funny that a cat chasing a mouse. Who'd have thought?
I know, it's insane. But luckily, crazy. I stole the mouse. Okay, sorry, I permanently borrowed. I permanently borrowed until he comes back from his holiday. The stepchild's mouse from his setup, and obviously my new one's being delivered.
So you say stepchild. So you do have. I'm assuming Claire's children. You haven't adopted someone else's, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So
No. We didn't just randomly grab one off the street.
As you do.
It sounds fun. I got a few in my basement, but no. Well, that's what I've been told. I've been told I have kids in my basement.
You thought it was rats, but the scratching's apparently children.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, I feed them. So I throw some cheese down there because I thought it was rats.
Brilliant. So, casting your mind back over your 3 years as a content and YouTuber and streamer and all the above, what would you say has been your highlight of your journey so far?
A highlight would probably be like fully getting monetized at the start. That sounds stupid. Like your main goal when you first start out YouTube is the 1,000 subs. 4,000 watch hours, and people struggle to get to that mark. But the day I hit it, I actually hit it during a stream, and it was just such a good feeling. I didn't care about being monetized. I really it wasn't one of the things that obviously it's the goal that's set for you. Like if you want to be a YouTuber and you want to make money, you need to be monetized. I wanted to be a YouTuber, just I don't know why at the start, but then it kind of dawned on me the more I did it. But just hitting that goal that's set for you by YouTube themselves, not by one you've set yourself. It just feels like you've achieved something with your channel. Like I remember when you hit the 1K subs, I was actually in your stream that day.
Claire was my 1K subscriber, actually.
Claire was indeed your 1K subscriber. And I remember like you were so happy about it. Like it's just such a goal to hit. And then obviously they adjusted the watch time. So obviously you got your 3K watch hours. And then obviously you had to get your 4K for full monetization. But I remember the push like that you were doing, like to just try and get the watch time up. And I remember doing the same thing. And it was just such a high when you did it, when you hit it. You don't know why it's such a high. It's such a high.
Because as a small content creator starting out on YouTube, as you say, that is the goal that's set for you. So you can't progress as a content creator on YouTube until you hit those milestones. Once those milestones were released, though, and you hit them, did you not find there was a bit of a lull? It was like, well, what now?
No, you set your own goals. You don't play by YouTube's rules when it comes. Like that's the one rule you play by, and obviously the guidelines. Obviously you have to follow them. But like the rules, yeah, the rules that are set, not rules, the goals that are set by YouTube is obviously your plaques. So after you've been monetized, it's plaques, and that's 100,000, a million, 10 million, and so on. But you set your own goals. You set your own goals, and my goal was 2K. My goal was to then hit 2K, and usually I'm not a goal setting person because if I don't hit it, it really drags me down, and that's the like. And to hit that 2K mark, and then I was like, all right, I'm not going to set any goals straight away after hitting 2K. And when I hit 2K, I was like, nah, this is a good feeling. So I kept increasing it minimally. Not, I didn't want to go over the top and say, all right, my next goal is 50,000, like because the chances of me hitting 50,000 in a time where I'm happy with is probably little to none. So I was like, I'll just increase it slowly but surely. And obviously now I am where I am, and I've got my next goal, and I'm trying to get there.
So following on from that question then, conversely, what was your lowest point so far? If you can pick just one.
I can pick just one. Obviously, there's been it's not so much a low point, but like it's like when you get people in your stream that just don't want to have fun and just don't want anyone else to enjoy a bit, have fun, and you have them coming on like with their like, and I've had it about 3 or 4 times where I've had to report to Epic because of like they've cut and like come on my stream using racist words and like things like that, and you've had people coming in and like picking on other people in the stream and stuff like that. I'd say that's the lowest points.
It's pretty much the lowest point of content creation, well, live streaming at least, that you have to effectively be the parent and the adult for the stream because you are in charge of it. It's your name there. It can be tough because people out there just want to come in and troll and just, well, obviously having problems in their life, so they decide to come in and put that on someone else.
See, like I have fun with some trolls. I do. They'll come in and they'll say something, and I'll play a lot. I'll mess around with them, and then they're like, "Oh, actually, you seem pretty cool," and then just go to being normal.
At any point throughout your time, have you ever thought about giving up?
Yes, 100%. Yes. The last month has been I'd say the last couple of months for me has been very difficult. Just with like outside of YouTube, like with stuff going on in life, things going through my head, and obviously seeing the like I'm used to having down points in YouTube where obviously you might not get many subs, you might not get many viewers, you might not get many views on your stuff, but then like just out of nowhere it will pop up and go back to normal. But for the last couple of months, it's been constant. It's literally been so low. Like I made a video the other day. Like I think it was about a week ago. I made it. It was a week ago Sunday. I think it was. might have just been last Sunday, one of the two. But like, I've just not got round to editing it because I sometimes sit there and think, what's the point in editing it for it to go up and get no views? And like, it's a mindset that I shouldn't have, and I know I shouldn't have it, but sometimes you just can't help it. Like when you're this deep into being in YouTube, and it's tough. It's very, very tough.
Yes. Now, obviously, you haven't given up, otherwise you wouldn't be here today. So that's good news,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
allowed.
You're not
I'm
allowed,
to
right?
give up.
I was just going to ask, so what keeps you motivated and what keeps you pushing forward through these hard times, these lulls that you keep mentioning? What is it that keeps you going?
People that turn up, the people that consistently turn up.
Do you feel if you gave up, you'd be letting them down?
Yeah. And again, that's also not a good thing to feel, because
It's a lot of pressure on someone.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like it's not a good thing to feel like you'd be letting someone else down if you like, because I think for me, like obviously I had a stream where I started, it was about half an hour in, I ended the stream because I didn't feel like I was giving a good enough stream. Like I didn't think it was good enough. They were all enjoying it. But I didn't feel like I was my normal self, and I didn't feel like the stream was as good as it could be. So I ended the stream. And there's been times where they're like, you need to take a break. Like I stream 5 days a week, literally Monday to Friday, and there's days where I've streamed for like 15 days straight because of obviously a new season or something, and like a new event. And
Or you're close to a milestone that you want to hit.
yeah, and it's like it's so it can get very tough, and like the break, even like when you're taking a break, you're not taking a break. Like you're still sitting there looking just to make sure, like to see what your numbers are at. Like I went away on holiday, and while I was away on my downtime from my holiday, I was making shorts just to keep my channel active to make sure it didn't just drop too much. And I'm like, there shouldn't be what I'm doing. Like I should be enjoying myself and having fun. But,
So you were talking there about shorts. So obviously there's different forms of content that you can post. So there's long shorts, lives, and now also vertical lives. What would you say your favorite one is to make? Not the most performing one. Which one do
yeah,
you enjoy making the most?
enjoy making the shorts the most. Like it sounds strange, but like they're just fun to make sometimes. Like because a lot of my shorts are obviously like clips from my streams, or like lately I've been making like the point of view ones, which have been quite fun. Um, so I enjoy making the shorts because it's just enjoyable, like to do it. And like obviously then it'll be live streaming, just normal live streaming, just because I know it. Like obviously vertical streams can bring you more in. Like obviously we've seen that. Like when they first came out, they were absolutely smashing it. Now they've died a lot. Like they're not as good as they once were. But I also the thing that annoys me with the vertical streams that I don't like is the amount of fake ones that you see when you like if you accidentally scroll off of a live stream and it goes down to the next one and it's just a pre-recorded rubbish, and like it's just
Which for some reason YouTube allows. So we work hard to make sure it's
Yeah.
content. It's not repetitive. Make sure it's fun and interactive. And then you've got someone on there that's playing a video from 6 months ago, giving out VBuck cards.
Yeah. And it's like, name a skin I haven't got, and he's got a fake account that's got every skin in the game.
Yeah.
Like, so that's one of the things I hate about vertical streams. But I did like them when they first came out for like
they serve the purpose. We all got a boost of subscriber base from that because it was popular at the time, but it does seem to have died back off again now. So
yeah.
But shorts are what you enjoy the most for making.
Yeah, I'd say for making, because obviously live streams are just live streams. They're just enjoyable 50-50. They're easy. That you don't really have to make them. Like you say, you just got to hit live and have a persona. Whereas I think short streams are a bit more creative. I mean, shorts are a bit more creative. Even if it's just something like that's literally as stupid as like a POV. It's a bit more creative. There's a bit more to it. like my early shorts that I first started bringing out was like it was a clip from my stream, but I would add something extra to it, which for me is what made it fun. So that's why I enjoy them the most.
Now, you spoke about Claire's downtime when she's not working, because we've clarified she does have a job. So she likes sleeping and drawing and colouring in and stuff like that. You know, sounds good. So outside of streaming and content creation, is there anything you have as an enjoyable, say, hobby or anything you do other than work?
I play games. It's the worst part about it is I play games or I watch films. Like just before the podcast today, I was watching a film, just because it was just chill. But gaming is my other thing. Like when people ask what games I play, I'm like relaxing games. Like I'll come off. I used to come off stream when I finished the stream. I'd come off and I'll play Lawnmower Simulator. Like sounds stupid as hell, but
Because you live in an apartment, don't you? A flat.
Yeah.
So you don't have a front garden or a back garden.
Nah.
So you've got to simulate it.
Yeah, we've got to simulate, otherwise there's no grass cutting going on. But it's just so relaxing. Like it's just so calming. It's like there's no pressure on it. There's a little bit of pressure. But in general, like it's just easy.
So let's look at the future again then. So goals and aspirations for the channel. So tell me about the future. What's in store for the channel over the next 12, 24 months? Have you got anything planned? Are you thinking about doing anything? Have you got any events planned for coming up or anything else you're working on?
I want to do some more like IRL. Like I was saying earlier, I want to do some more IRL stuff, like vlog-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, probably like most of it will probably just be the same. Sorry, the cat's on the desk again.
That's okay. We get to see the cat that we were talking about earlier.
Okay, come here. No, he's running away.
Now he's camera shy.
He'll be back. Don't worry. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing with something. But yeah, so I think like mostly I want to try some new like IRL stuff, IRL vlogs. Other than that, probably mostly the same. Streaming. I might change it up a little bit and like not stream as much every week. But that's just one of the things that's going around my head right now. Yeah,
I think you've got to change things up from time to time. Oh, which one's that?
This is Dougie.
Dougie,
look.
Who's that? So why have you picked me up?
Yeah, pretty much. Who
are you? You feed me. I don't need anything else from you. Just leave me alone.
Nah, they're very loving actually. Like he lets me hold him like a baby and like stroke his belly. It's really weird.
Nice. So does Claire, funnily enough.
She does. She loves that. It's more her back, actually. She likes it when I stroke her back.
We'll edit that bit out. It's fine. We'll edit that out. Right, we're going to play a quick fire round. So you've got 20 seconds here. I have a couple of multiple choice things. So you've got two options. I'll mention two words, and you've got to give me the first one that comes to mind as quick as you can. So you've got 20 seconds to get through them. Okay? Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Start the clock. Coffee or tea?
Neither.
Texting or calling?
Texting.
Facebook or TikTok?
Facebook.
YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Intel or AMD?
AMD.
Fortnite or Call of Duty?
Fortnite.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Burping or farting?
Farting.
Look like a fish or smell like a fish?
Look like a fish.
Super speed or super strength?
Super speed.
Kangaroos or koalas?
Koalas.
Shrimps in the Barbie or sausages in the Barbie?
Sausages on the Barbie.
100 duck-sized elephants or one elephant-sized duck?
One elephant-sized duck.
There we go. We managed to get through them, folks. Hopefully that was a little bit of an insight into Damo240's subconscious there, I would assume.
I had to say AMD. Half of my PC is AMD.
Just half. What's the other half?
I've literally no idea.
No idea.
I just got them to build it for me.
Right. One final question for you then, sir.
Okay,
if
good.
you had to give one piece of advice for anyone considering a career in content creation, what would it be?
Don't do it. No, I'm joking.
I knew you were going to say that as well. When I wrote the question, I thought the first thing he's going to say is don't do it. Then he's going to say I'm joking.
Right. So it's kind of like a twofold. It's like you gotta be consistent. You can't just like randomly decide that you want to do stuff here and there. It has to be you go all in or you don't do it at all. Like you can't half-ass content creation. If you half-ass it, you'll never make it.
So now I've made a channel out of it, mate.
No, but you do it consistently. You do it consistently.
I'm a consistent half-arse. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I dip my toe in all the time.
Yeah, you stream every week. Like, you know, you stream a couple of times every week. I'm talking about like you can't stream like 3 or 4 times there and then wait a couple of months and then stream 3 or 4 times again. Like you've gotta be consistently on content creation. I think that's one of the hardest parts.
It is.
Especially when you're not live streaming. Live streaming's easy, like in a way, because you don't have to have an idea. It's press live, do it, play the game, let people come and play, deal with the problems as they arise. Whereas like one of the biggest issues I have is my video creation. I suck at it. I don't have any my ideas. I'll come up with an idea and then I'll be like, actually, that's rubbish. I'll second guess my idea. And talking, like I can't physically talk over. I can't talk to like no one's there. Like I'm not talking to anyone. It's really weird. It's just like, but it's the way it is. And the other one is patience. Patience is a virtue in content creation. You're not going to get it all straight away.
Nope.
No, I've been going 3 years and I've still not got it all. You know, but you're always learning. You're always learning. There's something new every time you go live or every time you upload something. There's a new trend. There's a new this. There's a new that. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known about vertical streams and how to use them. So without you, I wouldn't have got to this close to 10K. I don't think at all. Like,
appreciate it.
That's okay. Thank you.
But you're right,
yes.
that's why I enjoy YouTube, because I'm the same as you. I get well, maybe not the same as you. I get bored really easy. I like to prove that I can do something. Hence, what the reason I started my YouTube channel, it was something I didn't know. I thought I can do this, and I learned how to do it, and I am what I am today. But I get bored very, very easy. But YouTube's good for me because the goalposts are constantly moving. There's always something else.
I don't even think that's just YouTube. I think that's just content creation in a nutshell. It's forever evolving. There's like what's popular today won't be popular tomorrow.
No.
You know, what you're thinking, this is going to be a great idea, will be gone in a couple of days. Like, you know, and not everyone will be like, that's boring now. So I feel like it generally is like, that is one of the bonuses of it, is it's constantly changing. It's constantly keeping you on your toes. Yes, it may be disappointing sometimes, but without the disappointment, you won't appreciate the achievements.
Correct. Without the lulls, you won't expect you won't appreciate the highs, will you?
No, not at all. And
so
I feel like that's the same in real life as well.
It is. It's a good life lesson, that as well, for anyone watching.
Quote of the day, guys. Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. We'll put it on the screen as well. So just to summarise, you need to have consistency and patience if you want to be a successful content creator. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say it's the only things. There's probably more. It might even be less. Like you might not even need that. But from my perspective, my experiences of YouTube, that's 2 of the things that I feel like I've needed the most.
Cool. So just to close things off, we're going to do something here where you leave a question for the next podcast guest. So they won't know what it is. So you can, and you don't know who the next podcast guest is either. So I want you to give me a question.
Is it Steady Muffin?
It's not Steady Muffin. It's not. And it's
you could have told me this beforehand, so I could have got a question ready.
There you go. See, on the spot, mate. On the spot.
I don't like on the spot questions.
Said to the officer.
Yeah. All right. I'll think. You keep talking. I'll think.
Would you like me to sing?
Yeah, you can sing.
We'll edit this bit out. It's fine. We'll just cut this bit out. Oh, I've pressed live. Oh, we've been live this whole time. Oh, let me just check chat. Oh,
Hi, guys.
Your mum's in the chat.
Hi, Mum.
She says she's very proud of you, son.
Thank you, Mum.
And she also says you're adopted.
All right, I got one.
Right.
If you could do something, go back to when you first started and do something differently, would you?
And what would it be?
And what would it be? Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's a very good question to end the podcast on Damo230.
Very insightful
230, I
as
said
well.
there. Damo240.
Oh
Sorry.
my God.
I took 10 off you.
That's yeah.
I'm as bad as YouTube taking subs off you.
That's 10 subs off me.
So
God damn.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in the first episode of the Creator Podcast. The guest has been Damo240.
It's been a pleasure.
If you want to go check him out, his link will be in the description of this video. If you haven't seen him before, you are missing out. Go and join him. Let's help get him to 10k as well. This won't age well, by the way. So if someone watches this way back and he's at 1 million, then, you know, good on you.
I was the tester. I was the
You
rat.
were the test pilot for the podcast.
He gave me my cheese and I was happy.
Thank you. Well, thank you for watching, pal. And sorry, not watching. Thank you for joining us on the podcast.
I will watch, don't worry.
You will watch.
All
thank
right. You are welcome.
See you all later. Thanks again.
Bye, guys.
Wow.